Hi, my name is Brisha.
My name is Shaquita,
And welcome to Searching for Freedom. So, you guys, it's been a while since we have actually sat down in front of a camera. It's been about a month and a half. We have been dealing with some things mentally and just trying to work things out. And as you guys can see, the title of this video is Unrealistic Expectations of Faith. And today we are just going to dive a little deeper on what that looks like for us and what we've been kind of going through and having to uncover the past month and a half.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna start off with the notes that I took on what we want to talk about for this video. So I know that a lot, it may be, I don't know if it's necessarily self-expectation or just what we have experienced from looking at someone else's walk on the outside and what we think our walk is supposed to look like and thinking that everything is supposed to just be fine. So I wrote, once we get saved, sometimes we can feel that because Jesus died for us, everything is just supposed to be perfect 100%. Like our sins are forgiven and we're supposed to just be on fire for him all the time because now I'm a child of God. And it doesn't always work that way. And I wrote, feeling guilty for not being on fire for God 24/7, for having moments of roller coaster emotions where my heart may not be behind the worship, or where I can praise you wholeheartedly and then 2 days later have to convince myself just to sit with you because I'm still grieving my desires and expectations. The word says that hope deferred makes the heart sick. So a lot in this past time frame, I've been asking God, like, Lord, how do I stay on fire in those moments where I feel like my heart is sick because I'm not seeing what we've talked about, or I'm not feeling the presence of you the way that I have in the past season. So, how you been doing, friend?
About to make me cry.
How's your heart?
Because it's asking me, how you been doing, friend? Like, oh my gosh, like, it's been hard. And I feel like God gave me the energy for this week. Like, oh my gosh, like, before this week, I don't know where I was at. Like, I don't know where I was at. I just know that I felt like it was one thing after the other, and still trying to be a Christian. You know, like, I had no desire to go back to what was familiar, but still, like you said, on top of everything that I was going through, still be on fire for God. Like, you know, when you first start walking with God, you just, you know, no matter what come, what hill or
it's
what
like,
valley.
I'm looking forward to that Sunday or Tuesday night meeting. It's like, God, I need you to meet me there.
Well, for me, it was like, what valley? What mountain? I got my God. Like,
no mountain high enough.
Like, it was, you know. But for like a month and a half, I was just feeling tired, burnt out, you know, just burnt out. And I feel like God was stretching me outside of my comfort zone, but it was just also other things. Like, I felt like I was going against the grain, like going against, like, it felt like a lot of opposition and a lot of adversity, and, you know, co-parenting and being a homeowner and, being a friend, still trying to be a sister, being a daughter, a mother, you know, just a lot was going on. And it was like, God was like, come to me. And I felt like he was there. Like, I never felt like he was distant. I just felt tired. Just tired and burnt out, and just still trying to go with the energy that I had, still walk with the faith that I had, and allowing God's joy to be my strength. But it wasn't easy. Like, I just wanted to sleep that time away because, like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know what what's happening during this transition phase, but it wasn't easy. You know, even, you know, on Father's Day, like, it was hard, real hard. Like, it was just so much. I was like, God, Like, I miss my dad. Like, it was just a lot was happening in that month and a half. Even though there was community, we was going to events together, even though we weren't like having those heart check-ins, and I had people around me, but I still felt alone. Like, I still felt isolated. I still felt like, okay, God, how do I do this? And I knew at any given moment I can call anybody and be like, hey, this is what's going on. Can you help me? But in my mind, in my body, in my soul, it just felt like I can't go anymore. And then I remember asking God, like, I don't think I can't go like this. Like, God, you want me to do this for, like, I don't know if I can do this another year, another minute, another second, another hour. Like, I don't know what's going on, God, but
something's got to change.
Something got to change. Like, something has to break, because this ain't it. And me sleeping it away, or me trying to keep busy, or me trying to, figure it out on my own, it just wasn't. I don't even know how I'm talking about it. Because I probably would have canceled tonight if it was last week.
Girl.
Wasn't going to be no recording.
Girl, to be honest, I was ready to cancel tonight. I was like, you know what? I don't feel like recording tonight. I don't feel like talking about all of this right now, because we're still in the midst of this, still walking this out. And it's like, it's just been thing on top of thing on top of thing on top of thing. And it's like, okay, God, like, where is the break so that we can breathe? Where is the break? And like, we've been dealing with this separately. And like, we just recently had a conversation yesterday where we're like trying to like scratch that surface off so that we can really like dive deep into it. But it's like, it's been a lot going on with just like desires not being met, and then that causing me to feel as if my conversations with God may not have been me hearing him, may have been just me speaking my own desires and running with it. And it's like, it's caused me to be like, okay, God, is this real? Like, am I really hearing from you the way that I feel that I once did? And it's like, all right, am I out here just doing my own thing and calling it God? And then, like you're saying, co-parenting issues building on top of that. And then Father's Day, just grieving expectations that I want for my son's future and how I want God to show up for him. And God is showing up for him. And God has to show me, he shows me that he doesn't show up the way that I expected, but still grieving what I desire for him in that department. It's just like, okay. And then during this time, my hours switched, so we weren't even able to have those heart check-ins the way that we were. So for 3 weeks, we barely were able to talk and communicate. Maybe on Saturday, every now, well, not even much on Saturday, because football started for her son. And it's like, okay, so we felt like we were isolated. Although we have community, it was like, all right, when the time where we're not at work, because we were working different shifts, and it's like, all right, well, there's really no time to be trying to do this, because we're trying to get other things done and are trying to rest. And it's like, it just felt like there was so much just building on top of each other and feeling exhausted, just drained. And it's like, doesn't matter if you take naps, it doesn't matter how much. Now I'll take a nap on lunch and still be exhausted, just like sleep all night, take a nap at lunch, still be exhausted, like still be dead tired around 9 at night. And it's just like, I'm trying to do it on my own, because I haven't been intentional about going in and sitting and spending time with him. But I've also not had that desire to do so, because that conflict of, okay, have I really been hearing from you? Is this really us? And I'm just grieving those desires, grieving that expectation, grieving the possibility of that conversation really not being real, and me truly not having a moment with you, and doubting all of that. It's just like, Lord, we're just trying to figure it out, but we know we ain't trying to go back.
No, I ain't trying to go back.
Although it's just like, all right, we haven't been intentional about spending time the way that we used to. It's like, all right, we're still trying to do little things where it's like, all right, I'm still not trying to go backwards, but the little things we're doing, like still showing up for church or trying to at least do our devotionals, is still not pushing us deeper and having a closer relationship with him. And it's like that brings on its own guilt too, because it's like, God, like I just want to be on fire for you. Like I want to be on fire for you, but being realistic is like that's not gonna happen 24/7. So what do we do when we're in those moments of dealing with that unrealistic expectation of your faith?
For one, be still. And after we talked yesterday, and I was like encouraging her, like, you need to go back in your closet. You know, you need to be in his presence. And as I was telling her that, it was like how they say you point one finger at somebody, you got three pointing back. And it was like, you need to be in your closet too. Like you said, I didn't have desire to sit in God's presence. And I felt burnt out. The same routine from when I first started walking with God. The same thing, you know, just doing the same thing over and over and over. Tuesday's service, Sunday's service, and you know, just work. And just it was the same old, and I wanted something different. I wanted a change, but I needed to bring that to God. Like God, I feel like I was hungry for more, but I didn't know how to ask for it. And so I went in his presence yesterday, and I just sat there. I put on some music, because my thing was I can go in there and sit, but put on music, but nothing was resonating with me. You know, but then it was like, do you have to wait on an emotion? Do you have to wait for the tears to fall? For you to
think that it's real?
Right. Do you have to wait for these emotions to start building up before you feel like you're in the presence of God? Like, can you just not be still in his presence? I was just praying. I was like, God, I don't know what you're doing in this moment. And it was like, I felt something lift off me. Like, I don't know what you're doing in this moment. But God, whatever you're doing, use me. Like, whatever you're doing, help. Like, even if I don't see it, I know you're working. Even if I don't feel it, I know you're working. No matter the circumstance, like, I know you're here. I know that I'm not alone. And I needed to voice that, not just think it or believe it, but I needed to voice it. Like, and then even I didn't even tell you this, but I'm gonna go and say it. But even though we weren't talking, or even though we weren't like communicating, I would go in my closet and pray for my friend, but I did nothing for myself. I would go in there and be boo-hoo crying for my friend.
Don't you do this. Don't you dare.
I couldn't pray for myself, but I would be in there praying for you, girl. Like, please, God, like, I don't know what she's going through, but please help my friend. Please help her. Even though we weren't seeing and talking, but I would go in there. Even when we would talk and you would tell me what was going on and things you would be doing, I would go in that room, in my closet, and I'd just be praying. God, please help my friend. Please help her. But I couldn't pray for myself. But I pray for you.
Girl, when I tell you this wilderness has been, it's been a beast, man. It's been a beast, and it's like, we have been able to build our friendship on our transparency and being able to talk about what's going on and war together through it. And this is, I believe, the first season where we really weren't able to war together.
Yeah.
And it's like the circumstances it was the perfect storm.
You would think like, so what are y'all gonna do? Like, why y'all don't have other friends y'all can reach out to? Like, are y'all each other's lifeline? It's like, it's just different. Like, yeah, I had my mom and, you know, friends and other people, other communities, small group. I'm in a small group. And going to small group and, you know, it just wasn't the same. And I knew I needed my friend. Like, I was missing my friend. Like, I knew I needed, I was like, we just need to pour out, like every time we come together, like we always say, we met at the feet of Jesus. So when I'm at the feet of Jesus with my best friend, it's like the atmosphere change, you know. And it's not like she's my God, but it's just like being at the feet of Jesus with her is just,
I feel like it's because, one, we are so much alike, but because the foundation of our friendship has been God, and we've allowed him to come in and dictate these things. Like, there will be moments where you will talk to a friend and it's like, okay, you'll tell them what's going on the surface, but we'll talk and you'll tell me just a little bit about it, or just be like, I just need prayer. And he will just give me the words to speak to every emotion that you're feeling in that moment, and vice versa. And it's like, yeah, we do have other friends, and we do have those other connections that we can reach out to. But sometimes when things are just building and building and building, like, you have to gather the strength to even be able to speak to people about it. So to come to someone where that rapport isn't already there is that much more difficult.
Hope, like, I need it.
Like, and it's like at this moment where it's like, okay, everything is going on and there's so much going on in our lives, and it's like, God, like, yes, we know we need faith, but at this moment, God, like, I need to see you. I need to experience you in a different way right now, because I need you. I need to feel your breath. I need to feel your presence, because just walking in this like I am, like, it's not okay. It's not sufficient enough for me. It's not all right. I need more, and I desire more. And not having the strength to go to war for yourself in that moment, it's like, what do you do when you're not on fire? But it's like, I need fire to be able to call down heaven so that he can come. Because I'm not going nowhere until you come. So I'm going to stay here and just read these devotionals until I get the strength to be able to pray and worship the way that I need to. I'm just going to sit here and just send off a quick little text prayer that's maybe just 5 words. That's all I can get off my tongue, because I can't do anything else, but it's all I got right now. I'm going to give you everything I have, but I need you to show up. You have to show up, because you said you're not going to forsake me. You said you're not going to leave me. Where are you?
Where are you? And even in my heart, I knew, like, God, you're here.
You're here.
You're here. You're not gone. You're here.
It's us. It's us that ain't been there. It's us that's not going in the closet. It's us that's not going to have the conversation and get to the root of what's really going on.
And sometimes it feels like a cycle. Like, we've been here before. You know, we've had these moments, and it's like, how do you prepare for it? Like, what do you do? Like, how do you break the cycle?
I've been trying to figure that out. It's like, listen, I'm not going through this again. I'm not doing this again. I can't.
Right. It's effort. It takes effort. You have to build it up, because it's like, if you stop doing something that was working, then it's you're no longer gonna have
insanity.
Yeah, so I mean, if you eventually, because you have that conviction at first when you stop going, you have that, you need to go in that closet, you need to spend time with God, you need to spend time with God. Then eventually you stop doing it. Then it's like, yeah, of course it is, that fire is gonna dwindle out, but it's like I couldn't let the fire go out.
It's like, I'm gonna just stoke it just a little bit so it don't go out, but I ain't gonna put no gasoline up there to set that thing ablaze.
Yeah,
so would you say that it's self expectations that you've placed on yourself to always want to be on fire? Do you think that it's okay to not be on fire sometimes?
Would I say self expectation? I would say, honestly, I don't know, because I feel like
it's learned.
I'm pioneering through this. I'm pioneering, and that hurts too. I'm not gonna lie. It hurts to be the pioneer, to be the chain breaker, to be the curse breaker, to be, you know, that one in your family God is using to bring everybody out, right? Changing a generation through me, like, that's hard. That's hard. So yeah, I get burnt out, I get tired, and I just be wanting somebody, like, show up for me, like I'll show up for them. I'll stop my whole day for a person in need, for my family. So it's just hard. It gets hard, and it's like, God, I need you to bring me through, because I can't, like, who I'm gonna call? Who can relate to what I'm going through? Who can tell me how to get through it? Like, my mom praying, she tell Queen, you can do it. Keep going, keep going. But it's sometimes it feel like it's no one there I can relate to, because I'm pioneering through this for my family. So my friend Chef changed, somebody who can relate to me, who will tell me, Queen, to keep going. That wasn't there. It was like, okay, how do I do this on my own? I just got to be strong. Keep going. Still be a mother. Still be what I need to be. And then because I'm so thoughtful and caring about other people, it's like, I don't want to let nobody down. I don't want to disappoint nobody. But it's like, I'm going through right now. So what do? I don't even think it's the self-expectation. It's just, I don't be knowing what to do.
Real. Me and my small group were talking about that a few weeks ago, about just how painful it is to try to be the first to try to do something, because it's like you don't even have anybody to look back on, like, okay, show me the blueprint, show me how to do this. Like, we didn't grow up seeing it, so it's like, all right, I didn't see like you going to war when something bad happened, like getting on your knees and just calling down heaven to make it happen. So it's like it's something that only God is able to teach me in these moments, and that's how it should be. But it's like, all right, well, if I had that example, maybe I would have been able to recall something that they did and take that for my own, and not just have to fall down and get back up and learn it that way and keep going through these cycles. And we'll still have cycles, because I'm a different person than whoever in past generations have been. But it's like, man,
it ain't easy. Just when I went to corporate prayer on Wednesday, and the guy was talking about how, he was like a 3rd generation Christian. And I was like, wow. And then you hear Pastor Johnson and how his dad blessed him, and he was like
that. Yeah. I was like, what?
And I know my mom, she did the best that she could. She did, like, I don't fault my mom. Like, I don't fault my mom at all, but it's hard when God is like, you're going to be the first. You're the one who I'm choosing to change the path of your family. Like, I'm bringing y'all out of poverty. Like, y'all going to be homeowners. Y'all are going to be, just keep going. Don't give up. And my mom, like I said, she encourages me. She called me every single day. So she probably watching this video like, what you mean you was alone? I called you every day. I sent you prayers. I prayed over you.
We love you, Mom.
I love you, Mom. My brother like, and my family was there, but I just still felt alone. Like, even my brother. So it's not y'all. I don't want y'all to think
it's definitely not.
Yeah.
Like, after we had that conversation, like I was telling you, like, I was just like, I had to call my grandma, and my grandma, she, man, just dropping everything to pray with me, like, and it's like it is a blessing. Because I feel like I am standing on my grandmother's prayers a lot of the time. But it's just like, oh, man, it's real out here.
Adulting. Is it even adulting? Is that what it is?
Oh.
Life.
And then even thinking about who's coming after us. It's just like, this isn't my burden to carry. But I know that my decisions dictate their future too, a part of their future. God's still gonna reach them even if I don't do what I'm supposed to, because they are His more than they are mine. But setting that example and wanting to show them how, wanting to be able to pass down those generational blessings as well, and not have them have to figure it all out on their own spiritually. It's like, sis, you gotta keep going.
You gotta keep going.
Even though you don't know what it looks like, even though you feel like crap, even though nothing feels right, like, if all I can do right now is just listen to this worship music, then that's what I'm gonna do. If all I can do is just sit right here and just choose not to be on social media, then that's just what I'm gonna do. Like, even if I can't open my mouth to pray to you, like, if all I can do is just read this devotional right now because what I'm going through, just to try to be close to you, that's what I'm gonna do, because I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Ain't going nowhere. I'm here. I'm caught up in your presence. I just want to sit here at your feet. Caught up in this holy moment. Like, even when nothing, and I will say, even if nothing is resonating with you, even if it's not a song, if it's not a word, if nothing is resonating with you, just sit in his presence. And then please be intentional about spending time with God. Wherever that special place is, wherever he take you back to, that's where you go.
Yes. So we just wanted to share, because this channel, we want to make sure that we are being transparent about this walk. Like, it's not perfect. It's not. Like, it's not just, okay, we are saved and now we just got it all together, because it's real. There are seasons where it's just up and down. There's hills and valleys and the wilderness, and it's just like, man, sometimes all you can do is just hold on. Because I feel like that's all that I've been able to do in this past month and a half. And it's like, all right now I don't feel like I am pushing forward. I know that something is coming. I know that there's somewhere he's taking me, but for this past month or so, it's just like all that I've been able to do is just hold on. It's like I'm not going nowhere. I'm just gonna hold on until whenever you say that we breathing again, we moving again. But if that's all that you can do right now, then do that. Like, just don't stop trying to encourage yourself, because God is our strength. He will never forsake us, and we just have to hold on to his word and just remember what he has done.
Don't give up. God is waking you up. He has a plan and a purpose for you.
So you guys, although it's just been 1 week for you guys, it's nice seeing you guys a whole month and a half later. Thank you for coming to spend some time with us and allowing us to be transparent with you. We hope that this resonated with you somehow.
That's it. Thanks for watching.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Hey guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that notification bell so you won't miss another one of our videos. Thanks for